welcome to Homework with Hank, your how-to show about your hardscape projects around the house. My name is Hank Kamasi. Well, you know, all season long we've been getting lots of emails and letters about different kinds of repair projects and things to do around the house that have to do with concrete. So we thought on this last show of the season we'd answer a lot of those questions. Things like fixing concrete, cleaning bricks, and sealing floors. We've also got a couple of projects on tap. We're going to take a concrete floor and give it a nice brand new finish. And we're going to take an old natural stone patio and bring it back from the wilderness. We've got a lot of things to talk about today, so let's get to it. You know, of all the questions I got this summer, one of the most popular ones I got was, how do I fix the cracks in my foundation? Actually, that was the second most popular question. The most popular one was, am I as cute off screen as I am on TV? But that one you'll have to ask my wife. But as far as foundations go, when I've got to fill a hole in a foundation, I want to use a hydraulic cement. And the difference between a hydraulic cement and any other kind of cement is hydraulic cement's one of the few cements that actually expands as it sets up. And that's what helps it plug in the hole and stop the water. So when I set this into a crack, I've actually got to have an inverted V, so that as I pack that hydraulic cement in there, she expands and stops the water. Now, another thing about this is it has a very short shelf life. Once I mix it up, I want to do it in small quantities because I've only got about 10 or 15 minutes to get it into the hole. Kind of like the other products that we're going to see later on. Some of these products you got to get very quick, you got to know what you're doing ahead of time. But hydraulic cement is the product for filling cracks. Another repair question that I get a lot is, how do I fix that broken nose tread on my stairs or the missing corner on the foundation? Well, that kind of material is called a patching cement. And a patching cement has the ability, like clay, to be molded once it adheres to the concrete. So again, I'm going to mix it up in small quantities. It has a very short working life. Mix it up in small quantities, and I kind of pack it down into whatever the repair is I'm trying to do. I let it set up for just a short period of time, and then I can take a rubbing stone or another piece of concrete, and I just rub the top and the bottom and get it to that 90-degree corner or whatever it is that I'm trying to fix. But this material is what's going to adhere to that old and will make that step look like brand new. Another common repair that needs to be done around the house is that spalled concrete sidewalk out in the front of the house, or sometimes in a garage. Everybody knows salt eats concrete. That's why we always recommend never use straight salt on any kind of concrete like a rock salt. It's going to start to chew it away. And what it does is it spalls the concrete. It takes thin layers of concrete off, and you get that rough aggregate. There are products specifically made to patch that kind of concrete, but it does require that you put bonding agents in them. The reason being is concrete does not like to stick to concrete. It's just a fact of life. If I pour one piece on top of another, it'll look fine now, but as soon as the winter comes and the water gets in between, it'll pop off the old concrete. So we want to bond it. Another rule of thumb says if I'm pouring 2 inches or less of concrete onto old concrete, I want to put a latex additive into the material. That's going to make it stronger, and it's going to make it grip to the old concrete. So I'm going to use a product like Admix 21. It's a latex additive. I mix it 1-to-1 with water, and I use that liquid to mix up my concrete. If I'm going to pour 3 or 4 inches on top of an old sidewalk, then all I have to use is a bonding agent on the old concrete. I would paint this with a paintbrush on all the old concrete. I'm going to let it set up a little bit until I can push my thumb in it and I get a thumbprint. Then I can pour my new concrete on. This is the way you want to keep your new repair job from sticking to your old sidewalk.